Hey everyone, it's Pastor Dave from St. John in Woodbury, Minnesota. Thanks for checking out today's 5 Minutes of Hope for Tuesday, June 16th, as you can see from the background. And also you might hear some noises in the background. I am at home today filming this. And this is the first of two of our video devotions that will be going up this week. And so starting this week, the schedule going forward is that we will do this twice a week. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays instead of the attempt at 5 days a week like we were doing before. Again, going forward, it'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll have our 5 Minutes of Hope go up on our website and Facebook. And so as things kind of start to transition back into some more normalcy at St. John, we're cutting back on some of the things that we're doing during the quarantine, during the shutdown. But now as we're going forward again, we still want to do these video devotions, but again, just twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evenings, they'll be available. So I do pray that your week is off to a good start. I know up here in the Bold North, it's a hot week, at least for us. So it's in the 80s and 90s, which again for me is very hot. But I know for people I know that live in Arizona or Texas or the other southern states, 80s and 90s would probably be a cool down from what they're experiencing. But again, for us, this is hot. But the week is going well here in the Larson household, and I pray that the same as well for you, for your workplace, relationships, your health. But as always, my biggest prayer for you is that you are filled with peace, with joy, with hope, because you know what Jesus has done for you. And so today for our 5 Minutes of Hope, as always, got our joke of the day that I think you'll enjoy, and then some devotional thoughts on finding our identity and service ultimately in Christ. So our joke for today is about an archaeologist that found a mummy. And after excavating the mummy, this archaeologist brought the mummy to a museum. And he told the curator at the museum, I found a mummy, and it's a 3,000-year-old mummy, and it died of a heart attack. And the curator says, all right, well, that's interesting, but we'll check it out, and we'll let you know kind of what we find. And so a little while later, the archaeologist stopped back at the museum just to check on what they found with the mummy. And the curator says, I'm absolutely amazed. I don't know how you knew it, but yeah, this mummy is about 3,000 years old, and it's clear that this individual died of a heart attack. How in the world did you know that? And the archaeologist responded and said, well, it was pretty easy. We found a note in the mummy's hands, and it said $10,000 on Goliath. So there you go. You might have to think a little bit about that punchline, but once you get it, you can understand the cheesy joke about the gambling mummy. So again, if nothing else, like with all these jokes, hopefully it brings a little smile to your face. So again, our devotional thoughts today, like I said, are on finding our identity and then our purpose and our service in Christ Jesus. It's just been a constant refrain these days that these are very challenging times. We've been going through a lot over the last few months, and right now there's a lot of conversation surrounding identity, especially in regards to race right now. And people are always, and this is nothing new, people are always trying to find what is their identity, what is their meaning, what is their purpose in life. And so people look for all sorts of things. Again, this is nothing new. They look for maybe their job, or they look for their possessions. They look towards their accomplishments, family, sports, etc., etc. All these things that they try to find their identity, their meaning in. Another thing is, people, we're starting to see it more, look to their race to find some of their meaning, some of their identity. And certainly there's nothing wrong with all of those things. Those things kind of shape who we are. But Jesus reminds us that whoever we are, whatever position we are in life, that we find our ultimate meaning, our ultimate purpose, our ultimate identity in Him, and then how we live flows out of that identity. Once again, pastor, or priest, and author Henry Nouwen writes this about finding our acceptance, our identity in Christ, and allowing that to guide us. He says, one true challenge is to return to the center, to the heart, and to find there the gentle voice that speaks to us and affirms us in a way that no human voice ever could. The basis for all ministry is the experience of God's unlimited and unlimiting acceptance of us as beloved children. An acceptance so full, so total, and all embracing that it sets us free from our compulsion to be seen, praised, and admired, and frees us for Christ, who leads us on the road of service. And so that's my prayer, my encouragement for us today, is that we would find our identity and meaning in Christ. We would find our reason for living in Christ, and that ultimately would guide how we love others, serve others, treat others, again, no matter who they are. So God bless you as you take joy in your identity as a child of God, and you serve others, again, as that child of God.